Hello, friend. This is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com, and today I want to talk to you about how you should look for the good and expect the best, and you will experience it. Over the years, telling people that they should be grateful and how powerful gratitude is, it is interesting that people will come up with these ideas that, well, I have nothing to be grateful for. And there seems to be this misconception that you're only grateful for the big, huge things. I won the lottery. I inherited $1 million. I wrote a book and sold 100,000 copies, whatever. But they're ignoring the fact that Jesus made this interesting point. He said that the person who is faithful in little can be trusted in much. Perhaps a lot of people are going through life suffering lack and want, not having an abundance, which is freely available to them, because they're ungrateful. Because they're not grateful in those little things. And I want to tell you something. In my life, the Lord has blessed me and I've had great success. And I'm very grateful for that. But I still give thanks to God and am grateful when I find a penny on the ground. A penny it's literally the lowest possible denomination of money that currently exists. It does nothing for your net worth. It can't buy anything. It's essentially useless, but it is an increase. It may be a small increase, but it's an increase. Now, I'm not looking to that penny to change my financial situation. Obviously, it's a penny. The point is, that's the smallest possible thing financially I could be grateful for, and I'm grateful for it. And I'm looking for ways to be grateful. I'm grateful when I'm brushing my teeth, for my toothbrush, for my toothpaste. The fact I have running water. These are all things that people just forget about. They don't even have any kind of gratitude for them. And I think sometimes one of the issues can be that people think that if they're grateful for these little things, they have this weird sabotaging mentality that, well, if I talk about things I like, then they're going to get taken away from me. That's not how life works. That only works that way if you believe for that. But if you are believing and expecting for the best, when you're grateful for those little things, you don't just get more little things, because I think that also can be another thing people think, is that, well, if I'm just grateful for these little things, all I'm going to do is just manifest more little things, and I want some big things. Well, that's understandable, but that's not what's really going on. When you can be trusted and to be grateful for even the littlest thing, the thing that in all practicality has no measurable change in your life, like the penny, for example, but you're still grateful for it, legitimately grateful, not grateful like you're jumping up and down like you won the lottery because you found a penny. I'm not talking about that. But you just have gratitude that there's another increase in your life, no matter how small it may be. But when you do that and you're grateful for those tiny things, those small things, the smallest possible things, what will happen is you have proven yourself trustworthy for bigger things. You open yourself up to receive bigger things. Gratitude is the key that unlocks that door to God's blessing in your life. And it is one of the things that is hindering many people because they're not grateful. It's fascinating because in countries like the United States of America, our poorest people, I'm not talking about people who are being abused and mistreated and stuff, but just an average person who is poor is rich compared to many other people's standards. Actually, the vast majority of the world's standards, that poor person is still considered rich. They have so much abundance, so much blessing, and yet they oftentimes will go through life completely ungrateful, whining about the little they have, whining they don't have enough, whining they didn't win the lottery, whining they don't have a better car or don't have a car at all, whatever it may be. Complaining to God, releasing these pathetic prayers that are more accusatory than they are gratitude, as if God's the problem in this scenario, the God who wants you to have heaven on earth. But he's somehow the problem? Of course not. Never recognizing these poor people that their ingratitude is the biggest cause of their problems. Their ingratitude is the biggest cause of their poverty. Listen, there are things that can happen to people that they believe are out of their control. But you have things in your control. You can be grateful for the little you have. I don't care how little you have. If you say, well, all I have is the clothes on my back, are you grateful for them? This may seem simplistic, but I cannot stress enough how important this is. When your lifestyle becomes one of gratitude, your heart is filled with gratitude, and you're expecting the best in life. You're looking around for good and expecting the best. What you open yourself up to spiritually is the abundance of God. And if you're not receiving that right now, you look at your life and you honestly can say, this is not the abundance of God. Then I'm going to encourage you to really ramp up your gratitude. Now, in my experience, and there could be an exception, but I've never found anyone who is really grateful for even those tiny things that is lacking in life. I've never seen one. Now, there are people who talk about gratitude, but their life is filled with murmuring, complaining, whining, talking up negativity. So they destroy any power the gratitude could have in their lives to bring about a better life. They're not expecting the good. Somebody mentions, oh, it's a beautiful sunny day. They start talking something negative. Well, you know, I hear it's going to rain. You could do gratitude just going through the motions, I guess, with not being done from a pure heart, not being done from a heart filled with love and thankfulness to your Creator. And that's not going to do anything for you. All things you do, the words you speak, the power that's available to you is rooted and grounded in faith. It's according to your faith that's done unto you. Your life is one of faith. The very beginning structure of you having a successful life is have faith in God. That's what Jesus said in Mark chapter 11, verse 22. From there, if you believe in your heart and do not doubt in your heart that those things that you say shall come to pass, you will have whatsoever you say. Think of how much more powerful and how much more faith-filled you're going to be if you're grateful for the little things. You're looking for more goodness in your life. You're trying to find something good to be grateful for. I'm going to tell you that has a law of attraction power pulling effect to attract even more good to you. You see, God's always blessing you, but you may be on a low vibrational state and negativity and ingratitude. And so you're not even on the right path to even receive the blessing of the Lord. The blessing of the Lord's over here on a different path. You're walking this negative path with all the rest of the world, wondering why you're not getting the blessing of the Lord. I'm encouraging you to get over onto the narrow way, the righteous path, focusing on the good, thinking about only things that are lovely and of good report, looking for things in your life, no matter how small they may be, to be grateful for, to be appreciative of, to give thanks to God for. You know, in the U.S. we have a holiday called Thanksgiving. But the pathetic thing is, it's only one day a year. Thanksgiving should be your motto day in and day out. 365 days a year, 24/7, you should be in an attitude of thanksgiving. Now, even if right now you don't feel like you're in a spot where you have a lot to be grateful for, give thanks anyway. Praise God for those good things, whatever they may be, and no matter how small they may be. If you have to go walk around a parking lot to find a penny to have something to be grateful for, do that then. Take some active faith. Don't let your faith be dead by being alone. Do something then. Go out there and find a penny if you have to. Whatever it may be. Start looking for the good. And my friend, I assure you, as you do that, and you really get yourself in a grateful heart, you're appreciative, you're thankful to God, you will start to experience more good things to be thankful for, more good things to be appreciative of, more good things to be grateful for. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.